Of all the things I expected from Sonic, it wasn't a collaboration with Burger King that involved fidget spinners long after they stopped being the new fad. I believe the last time this happened where it wasn't connected to the movies was either right after the first half of Sonic 3 release or one of the other adventure games, which goes to show that Sonic really has become bigger thanks to the movies, so much so that Sega's willing to license out their IP in something like this and expect a big return on their investment. It's exclusive to Spain at least until later from what Tails channel has shown, so if you happen to live there and can understand English, you can get a Burger King Sonic meal at some point, maybe even now, considering Tails channel's website indicates that it's supposed to come out in late January and we're already very close to the end of January at the time of writing the script. This really makes me question whether Sega really rushed Frontiers for toys and Happy Meal things again like the first half of Sonic 3. I hope not though. Mario Kishimoto kind of implied he wants to return to how the adventure games were done if the coexistence of boost and spin dashing doesn't work out, which I wouldn't mind. I'm a big boost advocate, but I like the adventure games, or at least one of them, but that's a discussion for another day. Mario Kishimoto also confirmed that not all future Sonic games are going to rely on the open zone concept, which sort of implies classic Sonic will come back in some capacity, hopefully in the style of Mania instead of something like Forces. He doesn't specify, which does kind of worry me. A CGI cutscene movie thing like an Unleashed may turn up in one of the updates for Frontiers later. Something like Hypersonic could come back in the future, but not Hypersonic himself, which is actually something I never expected Mario Kishimoto to say anything about in any capacity, but here we are. I don't expect it to happen in Frontiers, but Mario Kishimoto could surprise us since he has said that he's secretly testing some of the new features that are going to be implemented in the next open zone game and Frontiers updates. If you're confused watching this and you're a new viewer, my channel has primarily been news focused for a while in order to gain traction in the algorithm. I know not everyone looks at the community tab, so I'm saying this here. I'm going to make some smaller videos that aren't news related after this, but still have some news in between while I make the next big video. Apparently Meta is also an acronym for most effective tactics available, in the sense that the company became tone deaf to what fans wanted and were trying to just please general consumers. So I did mess up by not talking about that version of Meta in the last video. I really shouldn't have criticized anything about researching stuff when I needed to do the same. I do think there is a case to be made there, but I don't want to add more fuel to the fire that is the Sonic era debate, so I'm not going to talk about it. I'm sorry to those of you who I may have upset for not understanding this. It's just hard to change my mind on things sometimes.